What's going on out there, guys? It's your boy Newbie. This is episode 20, which means it's my 20th appearance. That means we're out of the teens. We are officially in the 20s. Thank you for the support. Guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, notification bell. Check me out on Mondays, Tuesdays, sometimes on the weekend. I'm all over the place. But anyway, guys, today we're going to be talking about Galactus Heralds. Galactus's Heralds and comics that you should be looking forward to invest in. So, without further ado, let's get started. On the list, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody because it's the first one that everybody thinks about, but it's Silver Surfer. This is a pricey book. It's around like $1,600 Canadian, graded, and that's a low grade as well. But it's Silver Surfer. It's Fantastic Four number 48. If you can afford 49, it's the first cover appearance of Galactus. 48 is Galactus's first appearance, and then 50 you have Silver Surfer's iconic cover. So it's not a bad trifecta to have, but obviously everybody thinks about Silver Surfer first before the rest. So the first book on the list, guys, is Fantastic Four 48, first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus. The next herald for Galactus is Terrax the Tamer. Now, guys, I've been mentioning this book for a while. I did mention it in my Fantastic Four books you should be on the lookout for, but this is Fantastic Four 211, black cover, love it. He could come in, I could see him coming in more so than a lot of the other ones, but nevertheless, it's on the list. You can get this book for about anywhere between $20 and $100 Canadian, very high grade. There are two different versions of the book. There's one with the barcode scratched off or marked off, so just be careful. You want to make sure you get that one and not the other one. All right, so that is Fantastic Four 211, first appearance of Terrax the Tamer. All right, guys, the next book on the list is Fantastic Four 120. I almost said Amazing Spider-Man. 120. This is the first appearance of Airwalker. Now, for multiple reasons, I have this book on the list. You should be looking out for it. One, it's cheap. You could probably find it for around $20 Canadian, very high end. Not a lot of people are talking about it. He has a Xandar tie-in. He has a Nova Corps tie-in. So those are things we should be on the lookout for, especially with Guardians coming out, the Nova movie coming out. So we might be able to see Airwalker come. So that's Fantastic Four 120, first appearance of Airwalker. All right, the next one is Firelord. Now, he shows up in Thor 225. This book, I've seen a few times, raw, obviously, low grade. You're looking at about anywhere between $50 and $100 Canadian, depending on the grade. Once you start getting into that graded stuff, it does cost you a little bit. Pretty penny, as they say. But nevertheless, it's a dope cover. It's Thor 225, first appearance of Firelord. All right, guys. Next one is a book that not a lot of people talk about, but it is the first appearance of the Fallen One. This is in book Thanos number 16. He is kind of brought into, he would be the first. So this is Galactus's first herald. However, he always fails him. So I don't know if they could incorporate that when Galactus does show up in the big screen. I'm assuming he could, but just I don't know if they'd show that whole like failing part. He is prisoned by Star-Lord. So again, another kind of crossover or somewhere where we could see him. And he becomes a herald of Thanos. So again, we already know that we're going to see Thanos. So it's not crazy to think that we won't see the Fallen One. So again, guys, Fallen One, first appearance in issue 16 of Thanos. All right, guys, the next one on the list is Stardust. Now, this is an important book. I think Galactus makes her one of the most powerful beings. She shows up in ROM Annual number 1. She possesses crazy powers. She basically brutally slaughters anyone that tries to leave a planet that she's taking over. She does have Annihilation tie-in, so that's important. Galactus made her one of the most powerful ones, just like I said. There is something I jotted down, but when she finds that Silver Surfer returned to his post, she offered her remnants of her own race to regain her position, which is something no herald has ever done before. So that's something that maybe we could see because it is something that is an important event. So like in the comic with Silver Surfer. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Stardust. So again, that book, you could probably find it anywhere between like $20 and $40 around there. So, all right, guys, before I give you the last book on this list, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, notification bell. All right, for the last Galactus Herald on this list is, and some of you might have guessed it, but it's Nova. Now, not Nova, like the good guy. I'm talking about Frankie Ray Nova. There's two books I would be on the lookout for. It's Fantastic Four 164. That's the first appearance of Frankie Ray. And then there's Fantastic Four 244, which is when she becomes Nova. I would probably get both. That 244 might be the better buy, especially for an investment reason. But you can find these books pretty cheap, so definitely be on the lookout for. She's got a human tie-in. She's a female lead. Nowadays, those female leads are very popular and gaining traction, so that's always a plus. And I really think that we're going to see Nova for sure. So, guys, that's it for me. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, guys, I'll see you next episode, which is episode 21.